afternoon. Welcome back to my channel, Best Practice Gaming. My name is Rob. Today I'm out with the Taiga 6436, and let's see what quest I'm doing today. I've got Rogue Connection? No, that's not it. Geo Research Triangulation. As expected, the first scan around the quarry confirms the search is moving in the right direction. The next step would be to perform another full triangulation by finding and scanning 2 or more suitable locations. I think it used to be these quests were not 2 quests, but just 1 quest with 3 locations on the map. That's kind of what I remember from doing this a long time ago. But I've got the right truck here with the right equipment, so let's get going. And if I need any help, back behind that container over there, I've got a Ford 750 with a lot of equipment on it that can help me. First things first, make sure I'm going in the right direction here. So we'll go this way. And right now I'm just taking a break while my laundry is finishing up at the laundromat here. I've got like probably like another half hour here, so I'll get this done in that amount of time. You might hear the alarm go off as I've got the alarm timer synced up with the dryer that my clothes are in. So I possibly have to go this way. I'm definitely over the sickness that was gripping me for a little while. I'm now just experiencing just the everyday allergies that I experience here in Virginia during the summer. I have to admit, I was skeptical of this off-road tire purchase that I got off of Steam. But the tires themselves are actually very helpful, so I really like that. Plus, they offer an option for older trucks as well, some of the older trucks that I like. So it gives me a chance to get the older trucks again and bust them out and use them. Let's see if this is going the right way. Yes, this is going the right way. You know, I personally, I try to look up these areas online to see if they're actually like the way the maps portray it. It seems like some areas are more developed than others. So you know, I wonder if the maps themselves are close to any real maps of these areas. I've yet to see an example of that, but it's just something I wonder about. Then of course I need low medium just to even think about getting through this area. Or just a truck with bigger tires. This is an area I struggled with in the last quest. And the gameplay footage was just too long to capture this entire area. I would need to dedicate a separate video just driving through this area by itself, on its own, probably with a scout. But it's like swamp and beach at the same time, so that's interesting. You see that around here in the areas that I drive through for Spark. It's like, because it's a tidewater area, it's like swamp and beach at the same time. So I think that's also interesting. It looks similar to this, just a little bit similar to this area right here. where you have like water because it's Virginia and there's a lot of rivers, and then on the other side you have like swamp area like this. Okay, it looks like I'm going the right way here. Hopefully I won't need a rescue from this area. That would just make this video a two-parter. But even with the taiga, look how it's struggling with the taiga. And this taiga is completely maxed out with the snow runner transmission and the mud tires, stuff like that. I was surprised I got this far, or got through this area with the Bandit. The Bandit just had straight mud tires on it, and I got all the way to the end back there. That's a good sign. So I might want to go this way. Get out of this swamp here. So I need to go that way. Sorry to the trees as I mow them down. Oh no. It might be across over there, so I'll just back up and find out. Yeah, it's over there. You know, I bet these areas were for the, like the super trucks they had at the time, I'm gonna call it the first season or the first 3 maps. They had 2 really big trucks. I forget the names of those trucks, but one was like, one looked like just a normal truck and the other one was overcab, and those were like the biggest trucks for like the longest time. And then they started coming out with like new seasons and new trucks. And now those are not the biggest trucks. Here we go. Get a little help here from the winch. Just back up. Bet you could not back up like this in real life. So it's gotta be over there. Back in there. There we go. Cool. Now I'm guessing the other triangulation point is somewhere over here, because when I was over here I was much closer, so let's see where I'm at. Alright. Instead of going through the mud areas, I'm going to go through the mountains and go up and around because it's just a little bit easier. Not faster, but it's much easier to go through the mountains here. Go ahead and back up. Make it afternoon so at least I can see. So So I've been doing Spark out in the countryside, and I think it's really interesting. I saw it's like way out in the countryside. I saw a house with a Cessna parked in its front yard, and I was a little bit confused about what I was seeing because there was no airports or runways nearby. So they might have like a license to like take off and land off country roads. You see that sometimes around here, or at least not in the area that I live in. I'm working at least an hour away from where I live. You kind of get better rates working out in the countryside, as it's a lot further drive. At least that's what I've noticed. If anybody notices better spark rates in the city, definitely, or any city, definitely drop a comment below. I'd be interested in hearing what you say about Instacart, DoorDash, or any other of these gig apps. And then I just enjoy. Oh, look at that! It's kind of messed up on the back end. I just enjoy going out there and driving and working Spark. I gotta get a different car here pretty soon for that. There's nothing wrong with the car that I have. I would just like to have like an older Toyota vehicle, something that can handle a lot of stress and a lot of driving, like a 4Runner or Tacoma or a Corolla. I used to own a 1998 Toyota Corolla, and I drove that across the country half a dozen times, and it just works. And I could have put like a new engine in it, or probably fixed the piston issue it had, but I chose not to. I just kind of sold it and moved out here to Virginia. And I'm really I'm not surprised by this, but I'm really shocked how driving through the countryside of Virginia kind of reminds me of the Big Sky country, and driving through Montana and Idaho. There's not a lot of mountains out this way, but like as far as you can see, there's just open and clear sky and a lot of trees everywhere. So far, I've actually been lucky driving Spark. I haven't had many problems with it. Yeah, I think the better choice was to drive over these mountains here instead of just driving through the swamping and trying to get back to normal land here. I'm probably going to get one of the bigger trucks here pretty soon. I'm going to do the next few videos dedicated to building out what's it called? Hold on, let me just have a look here. Building out the garage here in Zimny Gorsk. And then the next few videos are probably going to be finding new trucks and new scouts in the later seasons. I haven't done any explorations in those seasons yet. I only got all the way up to season 9 before I started this channel. And then of course I've cut out my schedule, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my days here to start working on the channel again. So I don't spend my entire time just working Spark until 12 a.m. That's one of the things that they do at the end of the day. What I've noticed is around 10:30 to 11, they take all the orders that they weren't able to get out the door, and they package them up as packages, and they have you deliver those packages. And then if you're starting at 10:30, you might be out till 1. If you're starting at 12, you might be out till 2, just driving from house to house, just delivering packages. And of course, I don't really do that at night. Delivering packages is fine in the morning and the afternoon, but at nighttime, I don't really want to be out that late. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, so I'm going kind of somewhat going in the right direction here. What I'm really doing is I'm just driving to the other side of the map to see if I can find this location. It wouldn't surprise me if it was actually in the quarry itself. You know what? While I'm here, get some gas and repair the vehicle. I did get a chance yesterday to eat at a nice little Mexican restaurant in Windsor, so that was really nice. I really enjoyed that. I think I had just like ribeye steak, beans and rice. So just like a really basic dish. And then they made excellent flour tortillas, so I really enjoyed that. You see that here on the West Coast, people are more inclined, sorry, not West Coast, East Coast. East Coast is what I'm trying to say. Folks are more inclined to corn tortillas. It's like more the culture here. Whereas I grew up with flour tortillas, so it's like the kind of thing I'm used to. Even getting tortillas from the store, I would still get flour tortillas. Okay, so I want to go this way. Based on the map here. You want to be careful on these uneven roads, especially if you're delivering any type of freight. You want to go slow so the truck doesn't tip over. I've had that happen to me a few times already. With like logs and freight that just fall over. And then after this quest, I'll start the quest to build out the garage in Zimnigorsk, and then I'll be bringing back a few older trucks to make that work. And then they've done like a few updates for like the tires and stuff like that. I'm surprised they haven't like done an update to update the engines on the old trucks to make them just a little bit more powerful, or give them a few model engines to tweak them to be a little bit more powerful. I've seen them do that with like the Scouts, where they'll do the Russian engine, I forget the name of it, and obviously like V8 engine. I haven't seen them do that for the trucks. It's like a Steam update or a Steam purchase. So that'd be interesting if they did something like that for like the first set of trucks that were in the first 3 maps. But I doubt something like that would happen. They're supposed to be beginner and starter trucks for a reason. Okay. I know it's... Could it be up in here? I think it might be up on that hill. hill there. I'll just turn around and go check it out. Lately I've been trying to do D&D as well, but I haven't really had the time for it, so that's also something I'm doing. Cutting out Tuesdays and Thursdays to do a little bit of D&D as well. I've still got to do the artwork for my character and do the backstory. I was supposed to do all that yesterday, but when I got home I just ended up falling asleep. Alright, so if I want to get up there, check the map, make sure I'm doing this correctly. I don't really like driving over rocks. They make the trucks difficult to drive. Alright, I may have just gone around in a giant circle here, so I'll go this way. Yeah, I just went around in a giant circle. Looks like the area I'm going to is in this direction, so I wasn't really paying attention. It might be back over there. Yeah, those rocks. Let's see here. If it's back in here. Let's see here, or over here. Let's test it. I've played enough Expedition to make this work, so let's give this a shot. No, I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of 300 meters, so it actually might be somewhere over here. I may be able to get through it going through here, but I doubt that's the case because there's a lot of tree growth right there. I may be able to get through that area right there. Get up those rocks over there and give it a shot. Yeah, it looks like it's in that direction, somewhere up there. Just based on how I'm pointing. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. We'll go up this way. Cut through these trees and hope I don't get stuck. Come on this trail right going in the right direction. All right. There's a truck right there I gotta rescue. My next set of side quests. There we go. Alright, I'm now going in the right direction. Alright, follow the road here as best as I can. And find that point. So it's got to be up in there. Let's take a look. There's this spot right here. It might be right there in that open area. The trick to bridges is you just want to make sure that the nose of the truck is just pointed center. Especially when you get bridges that are just like just for the wheels only. They're not full-on bridges. Alright, that wraps up the quest. Oil recon is a success, and Geo Research Triangulation is a success. This frees up... Go ahead and stop the engine here. This frees up this next quest here. Restoring the warehouse in Zimnik-Gorsk, which will be my next quest. Excuse me. With all that being said, if you guys like what you're seeing, be sure to like and subscribe to Best Practice Gaming. Definitely be sure to comment and be sure to hit the bell notification icon to catch more videos coming out. And I hope everybody has a great week, a great weekend, or a great day wherever you're at. Take it easy.